today was a pretty frustrating day. Today, I weighed for the first time in a couple of weeks. But I don't know why I expected anything different than what I saw. I knew it. I knew it going in today. It was going to be an issue. And it was. I told you my first weigh in, I lost 5 pounds. If you watched that video. If you haven't, make sure you go back and you watch that video. But today I weighed, and 2 weeks later, I haven't lost anything. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Now, I didn't gain anything, which that's good. I didn't gain the 5 pounds back that I lost. But, you want to see a little bit better progress than zero net lost over 2 weeks. And that is me. I wanted to see a little bit more than net zero loss. But, like I said, I kind of expected it. I had a rough couple of weeks, stressful weeks, emotional weeks, pretty stressful at work the last couple of weeks. So there were days where I came home and I did that same thing. A alcoholic, well, not even an alcoholic, but someone that drinks probably too much. First thing they want to do when they've had a hard day is grab that drink. And then they end up drinking too much. And they become dependent upon that for emotional comfort. It's no different with food. Food is the same thing for me. And so there were a few days where I think we ate pizza, we had Taco Bell, we didn't feel like cooking that afternoon, rough day at work, and there you have it. And in those moments, I always forget. You can't just drop a bad habit. You have to replace it with a good habit. And I made a list of about 10 good habits. But I need to come up with a couple that will serve that comfort. Obviously, it's not going to be smoking. It's not going to be drinking. It's not going to be eating certain things. But I'm on a search to find those couple of things that I can develop, make a habit, a good habit, to replace the bad one. That's really all it is for me. Because on the daily, I eat well. I eat healthy. But it's just those times. And then I'll end up eating too much. And I get out of the fist over hand approach. I have to replace a bad habit with a good habit that produces the same sort of feeling that you get after you eat. If you're dependent on food, or drink if you're dependent on alcohol. And I've got in my mind what some of those things are. But in those moments, these last couple of weeks, I was so stressed that I didn't even think about it. So I'm going to come up with a couple of strategies to remind myself to start the good habits and replace them with the bad habits. And then obviously working on the routine of that on the daily. So I told you from episode 1, I was going to share with you the good days, the bad days. The first week was a good week. Week 2 and 3, not so much. But I'm committed to it, and it's going to get better. And as I figure this out along the way, I hope it will help you figure out something along the way. Whatever your addiction is, whatever that thing is that you need to let go of, it may be a comfort, but it's not healthy. It's not contributing to your wellness, to your effectiveness. You know, that's the thing. It's not just about being well, although that's what you want, and that's a huge part of it. But it's what comes after being well. And that is the freedom to do what you've been put on this earth to do. And when you're not able to do that for whatever reason, it's a bondage. So I'll be more effective at everything I do once I have built that routine of the fist over hand lifestyle. And again, if you don't know what I mean by fist over hand, go back and check episode 3, I believe it is. I kind of share how all that concept was born in me and what I'm striving for on the daily. The fist over hand is not a measurement, it is an approach, a moderation approach to everything, not just food, but to everything. So anyways, I hope you have a great day. I'll be okay. I'm going to get over this. I'm going to get myself off the ground this morning, and we're going to push that reset button today. And we're going to develop those things that I talked about, those good habits, and replace those bad habits. And I will see you on the next episode. Make sure you check out the playlist here on Birmingham Vibe. We have 3 different shows. We have the Fist Over Hand show, which is this show. The other playlist we have is Reviewing It, which is where my wife and I are seeking restaurants and reviewing restaurants where we can get healthy food. Although the first 2 episodes were not about that. That is what's coming. And then my wife has a fantastic show, a cooking show called Kicking It in the Kitchen with Lisa. She does a great job. I tell her she was born to be on camera, and as she gets more comfortable with it, she just gets better and better and better. And she has some fabulous recipes, and most of them are guilt-free. Most of them are keto-friendly. Most of them are sugar-free. All right? So make sure you check out those 3 playlists here on Birmingham Vibe on this wellness channel that where we tackle food and entertainment and personal stories. All right, you have a great day. See you next time.